Today was the first day we practiced like last year, and obviously, it's just kind of like I told him. Everybody's excited about back-to-back 10-win seasons. I'm disappointed in 10-win seasons back-to-back because we underachieved. We should have reached a higher potential, and so it really challenged him today. Kind of planned. We planned to have a little adversity. So. Lots of positive things though, but we just can't do any. That's good enough to win 10 games, and that's not, to us, that is a bad practice now, right? So we're trying to move that standard up, and part of that is then understanding that type of mentality about what they're doing. So again, I think one of the most impressive things so far has been Berkovici's leadership and how he's commanding the troops, and what he's doing has been very, very impressive. And so 4 practices into it, I think 3 of them, for the most part, no doubt in my mind, we're a better football team than we were last year. We still got a lot of work to do to be able to get to what our goals and aspirations are, and that's to win them all.
So is that just like a practice intensity focus type stuff?
Just some tired body language. Obviously, we plan adversity. So. We're going to plan adversity. We know there's probably going to be a mistake or two. Then we're going to strain them and see how they respond. It doesn't matter how you respond when things are going good. It matters how you respond when things are not going well. And obviously our veterans respond to that better than the younger guys. So really what I was talking about today is as good as any day we had last year. But it's not good enough to where we want to go. And they look at me like I'm crazy because they're so used to practicing that way, which is good, but it's not great. And so that's what we're trying to go from good to great, and that's it's a process. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about their intensity. I'm talking about when I look in their eyes when they're facing adversity, or when I'm getting on to them, and what I call you have great body language or you have bad body language. There is no good body language. Make sense? And so that's what we're talking about. And so it's kind of it's part of. I truly believe in the psychology of sport, and I believe that's where and it's hard. It is harder when you're successful to do that because everybody is so satisfied. You know what I'm saying? And we've got to push it harder. And I tell you this, I like DJ Foster, Berkovici, Jordan Simone. We've got probably, last year I'd tell you we'd have had probably 7 or 8 guys that are I thought were really leaders. This year we're upwards in the 20s. And so, we're challenging. We got to get to the 30s and the 40s. Every guy that takes the field in any capacity needs to be a guy that's bringing it at a national championship level every day, on the field, off the field, in the classroom, in the community. And so some of that is just guys, the young guys today, Sam Jones, Quinn Bailey, they're just not used to that level of intensity, and so we strained him a little bit today, and they responded good, but not great. We got to get them to great.
How big of an opportunity is it for Marcus Ball to play that spur position with Liu when you're up right now?
He's another guy that we planned to strain today, and he responded good, but not great. And yeah, I think that's big because every game I think Liu didn't play, we lost, and so obviously, and Marcus has tremendous potential, and I think he's obviously had the medical deal. I think he's over that, and I can see him dramatically getting better every day. But he's almost relearning his fundamentals and things, and so he's a guy that he needs every rep he can get, and he's done a good job at this point. But we're expecting great.
What does Nick Ralston add as far as a different dimension of running?
Very diverse in our backfield. You look at, obviously Mario is really impressive as a downhill zone player. And then, a lot of people don't realize Nick has great hands. He's a big power bruising back that can play fullback for us, as well as be a short yardage goal line or just a beat 'em up, power kind of guy. Obviously a guy that takes care of the ball really well, very physical guy. He's got a lot to learn, but I see him being in the equation, which is exciting, so he'll be another guy I think will play a lot of special teams.
I mean, still a chance he might play a defense down the road,
no.
Do you think? Okay.
No, I think that, just from what our needs are, We've still got what we're projecting, who makes it, who doesn't make it, and all that stuff. I just think that's his best position. I mean, that could change. If you moved over to defense right now, it'd be third team, and in the offensive rotation, we'll play a lot of guys, and he can be our starting fullback. So, and I think he's happy about that. I think it's easier for him to pick up something he's been doing for a long time. So I'm encouraged by him.
Evan Goodman, this seems like it'd be a big spring for him.
Yeah, it needs to be. He's got a pulled hamstring, and it's legitimate. He pulled it in running, and he's frustrated and all that. But we need these reps. We need to get him back out here.
I know you liked what Manny was doing in December. What have you seen from him? Is there more progression there this spring?
Yeah, I mean, I just haven't seen enough so far. I think good things out of him and Brady. I think Mike's a ways ahead of them. You can tell he has the experience that he has. And in the end of the spring, how we evaluate, do you take your team down and score touchdowns? Well, we haven't done a whole bunch of scrimmages. Today was actually the first day we actually did series. So all I'm looking at is no negative plays. 100% ball security. So I'm looking at takeaways. This is how we picked Taylor Kelly as the starter. Taylor took care of the ball better, and every time he got the offense, he went down and scored 7 points. So we're looking at the guy that can do that. No negatives, 100% ball security, and take that team down and score points. So as we move forward, that's going to be the evaluation. But both of those guys have looked sharp. But big distance between them and Mike right now.